warning spoilers. Instead of just talking about the story and then getting to the good and the bad, I'm gonna just get into the good and the bad because the trailers have already told you what the story is. Um, okay, I'm gonna start with the bad. One is the effects. They postponed this movie for a bit to improve the effects. Improve the effects, my ass. They look exactly the same. Nothing is really different. And then there's like the moment when Hal gets sent by the ring to encounter Avenser and get um, the power ring and the lantern. It's really ridiculous how he got in the comics was that he was using a flight simulator, and the simulator was taken by the green energy and was sent all the way to a desert where Aventur's body lied. I can understand that they did the whole him crashing at the docks, so the government would go and find him, but really no freaking copter there at all. But back to the whole thing with Hal and how he was sent. How he was sent is that he was after leaving his nephew's birthday party. Um, he ends up getting dragged up there, and I'm pretty sure there had been witnesses seeing this, and also seeing when Hal is using the lantern power for the first time. No one ever talks about this. Like none of these guys thought of calling the police or talking to somebody about that. Like I don't know if I missed anything, but really those guys clearly saw him using a giant green fist. Like it's kind of weird. Um, then the whole thing with Parallax, like it's not bad, but I really hope that that's not the official origin of Parallax. That there's more to it. And what they say in here is that Parallax used to be a guardian who used this yellow energy that they did not want to use and believed that this would have been a more suitable weapon. He uses the power and then starts to, change and become Parallax. Hopefully that's not the case, and the yellow energy was Parallax and just possessed that guardian and used him as a host. Then there was the acting. The actress that played Carol Ferris, she did not do a great job. To me, she was like the weakest of the actors that were in this movie. She didn't look like she was trying at all. Then we have the actor that played Hector Havoc. I'll be honest with you, I don't know much about Hector Havoc, but I know that that's not how Hector acts in the comics. Like, I know it's not trying to go directly to the comics, obviously, especially how Hector Havoc gets his powers. Um, but, his acting is way too over the top for me. And then they tried to do this weird, thing with him and Hal, saying that, he's the opposite of Hal. Like, really, no, he's not. Like, there's nothing really there to make me feel like they are like the opposites, like at all. Besides, Hector's dad, always being disappointed in him, but really, like I think they should have just not let them know each other at all. It's ridiculous. Like let him know Carol Ferris, but not let him know Hal Jordan. It's kind of ridiculous. Um, and that's kind of the bad. The good is the actors that play the Guardians and the actors that play the Lanterns, Abin Sur, Sinestro, and Kilowog. These guys did a great job portraying these characters, especially the actor that played Sinestro. Like this guy was awesome. Um, the actor that played Hal, Ryan Reynolds, well, there was times where like he did do a good job playing Hal Jordan, but there was other times where he kind of acted more like Kyle Rayner than Hal. And actually, his costume kind of reminds me more of Kyle Rayner than Hal Jordan. I don't know why. Maybe it's the way it's done, or the costume's designed. I don't know why. He just makes me feel more like he feels more like Kyle Rayner than Hal Jordan, but he does do a good job nonetheless. Um, but yeah, the actors that play like the Lanterns did a great job. The actors that played the Guardians were really good. even though they look like the freaking Wizard of Oz, but blue and have a body and have really long robes. Seriously, their robes are freaking long. Okay, seriously, it's kind of ridiculous how long their robes were. And but yeah, um, I'm really hoping that they do a sequel though. Like if I have to give this movie a grade, I'd have to give it like a B minus. It did an okay job, but really, um, like it didn't do that great of a job adapting some of its characters. I have to say though that some of the little winks to the audience are pretty good. For example, um, they have the whole reference to Star Sapphires, and we have like Hector Havoc playing computer chess and then getting called in by Amanda Waller, who in the comics runs Checkmate. I thought that was pretty clever too. I don't know if that was intentional or if that was just a coincidence, but still, I think that was a nice little reference there. Oh yeah, and by the way, for some reason they constantly use green lighting for everything. Okay, I know it's Green Lantern and everything, but really, we don't need green and yellow lighting everywhere. Like, it's kind of ridiculous. I'm hoping for, because they're planning, if this movie's successful, they're going to do a trilogy. I'm hoping that the trilogy involves Sinestro Corps War. Because, in the ending credits, well, not in the end of the credits, but, in the middle of the ending credits, Sinestro grabs the yellow power ring that the Guardians created because Sinestro suggested that, maybe we should fight fear with fear. Create a yellow power ring. The Guardians think it's a good idea. They create a yellow power ring, about to give it to Sinestro, but Hal stops Sinestro before he can put it on. And in the end credits, in the middle of it, Sinestro takes the yellow power ring and puts it on, and then it gives you the idea that maybe we might get a Sinestro Corps War. And I'm really hoping that they do a Sinestro Corps War for the movies. It would look pretty awesome. Like, this movie was pretty good. If you're a Green Lantern fan, lower your expectations for this film. It's probably not going to go if you have really high expectations. It's probably not going to reach it. And that's all I gotta say. Next video is going to be a little different from how my videos usually go. But that's all I gotta say. Rate and comment. Goodbye.